And of course, I guess if we are looking at the statistics of CRL in general and the history of these teams, Northwood has made it to the championships every single series that they have been part of, so they know what it's like to have consistent wins. I think you're absolutely right here, Chiefs. Bit of an uphill climb, but UT Arlington definitely capable of making it happen.
Doing a really nice job early on. A lot of early pressure, perhaps unsurprisingly from Northwood, but indeed the defense definitely making sure to get the job done, and really going to see how Northwood decides to change up the approach if they start trying to slow down, take control of the ball more, find more demos, create more chaos on the defensive half, and see how UT Arlington respond to that.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of demos, actually, I'll pull out another number since we got it right here. Number one team in demos per game for Northwood University. That's 4.34. And as I say it, as I try to look at my stats, this is exactly what Lion Blaze is going to do to me. A beautiful shot off the wall and locks in the first point here for Northwood University.
Courtesy of the demo, in fact. They found the demo on the goal line, giving Lion Blaze all that space to work with. Nice job placing it all the way to the back post. Really strong opening from Northwood, and UT Arlington holding up strong, but not able to stop the eventual breakdown on the defensive side of things. All about how they clear the ball going from here.
And it didn't take too long. You got to admit that Northwood was pretty quick on that one. You also have to consider there are currently 7 shots that Northwood has already locked down in the first minute of this game. Adverse being the only one to have put a single shot on board for UT Arlington. And no way, Lion Blaze finds a beautiful roll in. A bit of miscommunication coming out of UTA there.
Yeah, really nice approach as well. Buddy, not a bad challenge, but Samba so focused on winning that challenge ends up not really touching the ball and cutting it all the way across the midfield. Lion Blaze, really aggressive approach as well out of the midfield line. If that touch had come through from Samba, Lion Blaze almost certainly would have been caught out of position, but capitalizing on the misplay, Northwood up 2.
And looking for more, already another shot on goal there by Buddy. Lion Blaze looking for the following touch. He doesn't get it. Hockey does, but it is turned away right here by Nava. Hockey keeping this one aggressive. It skirts over the front of the goal line, but Buddy's going to be able to poke that one in. Already a 3-0 lead achieves for Northwood.
You're hoping, if you're a UT Arlington fan, that one was going to bounce its way out, but Buddy, a quick recovery out of the net. Not losing any time, able to drive right back out the top and flip back into it. Northwood not taking their foot off the gas at all. And UT Arlington, again, it's just that clear game and how consistent Northwood are in the approach. They don't make bad touches. They always hit the ball with pace, force you to make quick decisions. And it's tough to handle as Hockey actually overdoes one there.
It really is. This is a team that you have to match the speed of. A nice move right there means Adverse is going to at least find one on the board for UTA. And a good percentage. 2 shots have been made. Adverse 50% accuracy on those.
I do like to see them at least get themselves back into the game here. They actually do capitalize on a bit of a misplay from Northwood as well. That weak touch kind of really hamstringing the defender on the goal line. And really nice solid follow through from Adverse to get himself on the board. Might find 2 here with a bump, and Lion Blaze just able to dodge it off the wall. Buddy, solid enough clear, and UT Arlington getting their first taste of offense.
Good responses coming out of UT Arlington. We had an interview a little bit ago with Samba as they played earlier in the day here up against St. Clair that they took down. And they have some confidence here. They know that they're probably not the best team in the league at the moment, and they know that this is a very contentious match with a lot on the line, but oh no. Lion Blaze gets that one in the upper 90. No real opportunity for Adverse to reposition.
It wasn't even fair. Samba as well, the one on the goal line here. Adverse trying his best to just cover it up, but the physicality forcing him away, and it's real quality shot all the way to the back post. Samba, he didn't even try and jump at it. He only had 12 boost. He knew he was not covering that that distance. He was either in the net or it was going to be off the wall.
We'll have to see if Lion Blaze can reinforce this one. Of course, a player on Ghost Gaming as well. 3 out of 4 of these CRL championships that we have seen coming out of Northwood has led to wins. So again, they know what it feels like to take home the W. The hunger is one thing. Lemon Kiwi always talks about that, Jen. You know, the hunger of the team that is looking to kind of get some sort of upset. But man, when you're going up against a team, oh my goodness, with so much consistency, the hunger is not enough.
Really nice drive here from Lion Blaze, getting out in front, taking that ball away from Samba, and there's the aggression from Northwood. They know they've got the mechanics. They know they can make the approaches on the ball. They convert a lot of chances because they're comfortable being so aggressive and really putting the pressure on a defense, and it's not going to take much for UT Arlington if they want to get back into this series. I think Game 1's kind of a wash at this point, but all it takes is one well-timed challenge from them, and they're going to be through a significant portion of that Northwood defense, and that's really where Northwood tends to give up a lot of goals because they do like to play so aggressively. They're okay with really trying to squeeze a defense as Hockey puts a perfect flick into the top right corner. And it's really a runaway game here, but UT Arlington, it's all about how the defense stands up, and Game 1 has certainly not gone the way they want it to, that's for sure.
It's been, quite a bit of mispositioning, but even better for Northwood is Northwood's ability to get some disruption, not demos necessarily. We've only seen one of those, I believe, for that first goal that came through at the beginning of the game. But it's disruption. Another shot from Hockey is going to be high.
Wow.
Adverse can turn that one away. The follow-up by Lion Blaze on point. Samba there in the defensive box to ensure another shot gets turned out. Hockey with the attempt at the follow-up. They're beautiful plays. Yeah. Oh, no. This is one I don't even want to watch the replay on this, Achieves.
Oh, it's tragic, truly. Adverse gets bumped out, that physicality coming to play again, and Nava thinking, excellent, he missed. It's off the cross, and it's into my car and in my own net. Awesome. You hate to see it.
You hate to see a Brazil scoreline at any point, especially with over a minute left in this game. It might be broken here. A nice opportunity as Hockey throws another shot on goal. And speaking of those shots, we are talking about 22-4 right now. Those are insane numbers, and only a team like this Northwood University team, of course, is they broke the Brazil. They did it.
I'm actually not surprised that Northwood are coming out here as fast and as hard as they possibly can on Game 1. I think that they have, as the players, not necessarily as this particular roster, but collectively, as they've been split across their rosters over a couple of seasons now, they have indeed, as F. said, generally always been the team to beat. And they have indeed come up short a couple of times against other top teams in the conference, like Akron before, in high-pressure scenarios. And I think they realize that, sure, while they're definitely the best team in CRL, widely considered to be fact, they know that they can lose if they don't really take an opponent seriously, and that's why I think they're content to just run up the score here and be like, yep, we came to play today.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't hold anything back.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Even in a best-of-7 series, a nice little turn away there by Adverse. It's the follow-up shots that actually we see UT Arlington doing a pretty successful job of recovering from. But there's only so much you can do when it's barrage, shot after shot after shot, with the repositioning coming through miraculously well. Oh my gosh! I'm pretty sure, is this reportable? This is bullying. This is cyberbullying right now, Achieves.
This Lion Blaze so greedy. He gets the perfect lip reset and thinks, yeah, I can put that in the net. Why not?
5's not enough.
You can't
5
help
goals
it,
isn't enough, Lion Blaze.
No. He has to get the double hat trick. That way is the only way he will be satisfied.
Very rough game number 1. UT Arlington is a team, though, that does have a bit of recovery after Game 1. You were just talking about the fact that, hey, Northwood is not going to hold anything back, but hopefully UT Arlington has the opportunity to hit their stride here.
And I really want to count the saves, because what'd you say? Well, and that's 18, almost 26 for Northwood. And what is it? 6, 10, 12 saves plus 9 gets us to what? 21. So only a few uncounted there for UT Arlington. Indeed, the defense working overtime, trying their best, but you gotta love the approach from Northwood. Again, very mechanically driven, very aggressive. And again, you brought up the physicality, number 1 in demos per game, definitely playing dividends every now and again when they needed to put one through, and not necessarily that they needed to after a certain point, but there's a game plan. They want to stick to it. They're really coming out here popping UT Arlington in the mouth and saying, figure it out. And the only real benefit is that you've got 7 games to do it. So UT Arlington, I think they knew they were going to be under a lot of pressure, and I think it's really all about, at this point, you got to at least control the ball on your own half. You already know that Northwood really like to pop things off the backboard a lot after that Game 1, see if they can find some open space up there. general, try and bring it down onto an air dribble close into the net, see if you get that weak clear off the backboard. And at this point, it's really just you can't afford to make a suboptimal touch if you're UT Arlington, and best case scenario is you bring the ball down on your own hood and force dribbles to try and force Northwood to take the ball away from you with a challenge.
It's kind of matching Northwood's own speed on challenges, on plays, whether it's defensive, offensive, finding some of these clears. It's difficult to do, but if you can set your mindset in that position, it's going to be helpful. Hockey finds a demo. It's still on the aggressive side. Lion Blaze with a shot, adverse in the perfect position to send that one askew. Buddy with a pass over to Hockey. Hockey doesn't quite have the boost he's looking for to make that play, and that means it's back over to the blue side of the field. Maybe an opportunity for UT Arlington to make a play if they can stop this clear, but it's Lion Blaze with another demo. And when Northwood says, hey, we didn't get a goal in the first minute, let's just start demoing the crap out of everyone.
It does open up a lot of gaps, and UT Arlington doing a nice job here at the start of game 2 to at least force Northwood come take the ball off him. I am liking that idea, but Northwood, on their own credit, doing a nice job as well, trying their best to play keep away if they can keep it out of Northwood or UT Arlington's hands. Excuse me, as Nava looking for a pass down in the middle here. There's Adverse. It's over everybody's head. Nobody's up, and Adverse will collect.
Beautifully done right there. A nice corner play. And the passes are definitely a way to maintain speed or match the speed of a team like Northwood University. They're going to continue to find out these demos, but if you can get the forward pressure on these rotations and keep them nice and tight as UT Arlington, you can feel pretty good about going into the next 3.5+ minutes of this one. Samba, we can see, finding a demo of his own. It was on an aggressive play for UT Arlington, but it gets stolen away by Lion Blaze. Nava finding another one to match those demos coming out of Northwood.
Gotta be careful here if you're UT Arlington. You do have a little extra space, but not quite that much. Nava almost panicking there on the goal line. Thankfully, Lion Blaze was playing the block on the clear. And Northwood going to be looking for something else. And indeed, I'm seeing exactly what I wanted out of UT Arlington. Trying their best to make sure that they are the ones dribbling the ball. You'll see Samba here also keep it close, really trying to make Northwood come and take it away from them. And that's got them a lot more headed in the right direction.
And even considering the shots on goal, Northwood only has 2 right now. UT Arlington is actually up 2-1, and both of those shots that Northwood has made have been saves from UT Arlington. Samba's going to find yet another demo, a nice big clear from Lion Blaze, as Northwood University tries to equalize this score up. Only 1 down and almost halfway through regulation already achieves. We'll see maybe if UTA can stretch this one out to a 1-0.
Long way to go. Northwood starting to pick on that backboard. You could see Nava start to head up the wall there, recognizing there was definitely a gap up there, and they don't want to give anything away to Northwood. They're all incredibly dangerous double tappers. Recognizing need to get up there and take that option away. Nava up super early, still able to connect on a challenge, and Adverse in charge of buying time here on defense.
Adverse at the carryover. Actually, in the last match here, in this game number 2, the biggest struggle that I've seen so far coming out of Northwood is their lack of boost. The economy on that with all the aggressive plays that they're making are not working incredibly well. Nava finds a demo. Lion Blaze, though, able to stay in the fight, and it's a save by Nava. That means there's another opportunity right here. A demo into Lion Blaze making a solo play, the double touch. That is highlight reel worthy.
That's really just UT Arlington kind of losing track here of what's important. They see that slow roller of a challenge going away from them. They both commit to it, and they see Lion Blaze facing backwards too, and that's really what makes them feel confident pushing forward. And Lion Blaze just whipped that one around with a power slide, popped it over all their heads, and they may get it back on the kickoff. Buddy is in time to save it, but UT Arlington definitely overcommitting there a little bit and giving one away.
It's only equalized up, though. Still over a minute and a half left regulation here. It is back on the defensive for UT Arlington. And this is where they start to struggle. The speed has been picked back up. Lion Blaze, no way, actually makes that touch come through with the assistance of Buddy on the setup.
Oh, I'm more amazed he even committed for it. He could see that it was going to come down, but the fact that he even got back to it, real stretch from Lion Blaze. You cannot fault the defense of UT Arlington not thinking that he was going to connect with that one. Huge goal from Lion Blaze.
Already 8 goals having been locked in by a Lion Blaze. Of course, everybody knows this guy's name. Everybody knows that he has come in clutch for this Northwood University team, and part of the reason that they are looked at so highly in the current scene. Nava trying to set that one up for Samba. It's still some good fight, though, coming out of UTA, and with 1 minute left on the clock, only one goal is what they need to tie this up. The potential for a golden goal situation, or even finding another one for themselves to break that tie.
Oh, big stop there from Adverse. A lot of pressure being thrown on, some awkward approaches required on the ball, coming up with a couple of big clears as well, giving themselves a chance to find an equalizer under a minute.
Not a lot of time, and it definitely hurts when you're going up against a team like Northwood, who can so aggressively just snag the ball and steal these plays away from you on a single challenge. Adverse has some challenges of his own, though. He's going to be able to dribble that one up. Buddy with the touch on top, pass over to Lion Blaze, who's going to bring this one around the corner. Not much boost available for him, but Buddy does have that. Samba manages to bounce that one up over the top side, and it's still UT Arlington here on the aggressive. A demo from Buddy, though. That means that it's not going to come through.
Scary one. They have to retain this challenge here. They can't let Hockey get through the midfield line, but it's going to go straight to Lion Blaze. That's tough. You knew they were going to press hard there. They're going to turn in goal number 3, and Northwood doing an excellent job here to find a single gap. Samba so focused on just taking that ball away. No real way to control where that challenge went, and nice positioning from Lion Blaze to make sure that they didn't allow the equalizer. Northwood, that's tough. I hate to say it, but that one goal where they just overcommitted and Lion Blaze just power slid it right back over 2 defenders' heads and scored a free one, that's the real, it pulls at your heartstrings if you're a UT Arlington fan, because it's not like it was a bad play, it was just a little sloppy, and Northwood punished them, and you can't afford to give anything away for free to the best team in the league, and it cost them here.
All right, Achieves. Let's look at the silver linings, the upsides to this, though, because when we take a look at shots, we're only looking at 8. We're not looking at 26 that we saw in game number 1. When we're looking at goals, also, we're not seeing 2 hat tricks coming out of Lion Blaze. Okay, he didn't even manage to pick up 1 in that. And so being a 3-1 scoreline in game number 2 is definitely looking better for UT Arlington, but the problem here is that even though they have a little bit of extra space, given that this is a best of 7, it's already Northwood University going into this one looking to take game number 3, which would put them at match point. So if there's ever a time for UT Arlington to turn up the heat and put the pedal to the metal, it is right now.
Significant improvement. You are correct. It was a much better looking game from UT Arlington, as that's a big save from Nava, and Samba making sure that one gets away from the goal line. And I'd love to see the same approach from UT Arlington. I liked what they did. They gave themselves a lot of opportunities. And here's another one. Nava saved out from Lion Blaze. Really nice challenge off the back wall. But that approach of making sure that, if possible, bring the ball down on the dribble, make Northwood, come and take it away from them, and with how far forward Northwood likes to press, all it takes is one good challenge. The surprise bump opens a lot of doors for UT Arlington, and the approach is good. It's just a matter of, can you not concede back the other way?
That's the challenge, and how much boost are you going to have to utilize to try to get some sort of play disruption as well to maintain or kind of match the speed. But it is UT Arlington so far in the first minute of this game number 3 doing a very good job. We've seen nice communication between them. Literally, as I say it, the caster curse comes into play. Northwood's like, yeah, I'm sorry, what? Who's doing a good job? Yeah, that's right, it's us.
Really good approach from Buddy there. Timing that challenge in hockey, I think it's a little lucky there. Mercifully, that ball ricocheting off the post straight back into his car. More importantly, at an angle where it goes over the guy who's trying to punch it out of the goal. So nice dive from hockey. Favorable bounces, puts himself in the right place at the right time, and Northwood scores first. But UT Arlington, you were bringing up the boost control. That was also critical for UT Arlington, as you mentioned, limiting Northwood's opportunities on offense as well. And that is something that does need to continue, because if you have all the dribbles and all the control of the ball in the world, but your opponents aren't really struggling to come and challenge you at any point, then really struggle to see how UT Arlington has the firepower to break through the defense like Northwood without the advantage of boost somewhere in the equation.
Yeah, it's true. Oh my goodness. That is another rough one. Of course, it's going to be hockey that picks that up, a 2-0 lead. But you're right, Chiefs. Occasionally, I do say things that make sense and are somewhat correct, right? This one, though, still almost 3.5 minutes of regulation. That's enough time for UT Arlington to make several goals, but continuously the question appears of, can they get through Northwood's defense, and can they also force out some of these challenges that go in their direction? Because as of late, it's starting to feel like Northwood has really got their grips on this UTA team in terms of those challenge opportunities.
Absolutely. And Northwood well aware of what UT Arlington were trying to do in that previous game. They know that it's all about the possession game, and they will try their hardest to get even more aggressive, steal their own amount of boost, try and limit UT Arlington's options back the other way. And that's what makes Northwood so tough to contend with. They adapt very quickly to whatever approach you're trying to make. They've got the mechanics to back up any type of approach that they like. And here, Hockey is shut down by Adverse. You gotta love how aggressive UT Arlington are trying to be in terms of keeping things out of the passing lanes for Northwood. It's dangerous, but in general, it's proved beneficial. Unfortunately for them here, they go way too far forward, and they'll give a third one over to Northwood.
Not just a third one to Northwood, but a third one for Hockey, who finds himself a hat trick, already over 400 points with more than half the match left to go. That is some big numbers being put up by this player, and just like you were saying, Chiefs, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're literally trying to match the play style of a certain team. The expectations are that they're going to be better than you at those things that you're trying to execute properly. Not only that, they're probably going to know how to play against it. A nice redirect right there by Nava, though, is going to ensure that Buddy is not going to get another shot on goal. Only 5 so far have come through from Northwood. Some really good saves on top of that from UT Arlington. Maybe another opportunity as we're on the blue side of the field, but it's so difficult to keep control away from these 3 members of Northwood.
Yeah, really nice approaches on challenges. Nava, that's a good idea, and forces Lion Blaze to make an awkward touch, but how do you convert it? You have everybody up, and they will just pump the clear back over everybody's shoulder. This time, Samba learned his lesson. He went all the way back and was unwilling to concede a 4th goal here, but you're joking. Did that just pinch in? Okay.
Oh my gosh. Very close. It was a little bit off target. Lion Blaze tried to follow that one up. He's now going to head back, pick up the 100 from his own quarter, maybe follow up this play from Buddy. But Adverse is going to win out on that challenge. It's a clear over to the other side. Another pass back to Samba. But that one is taken away by Northwood.
Really nice awareness from Hockey on defense there, too, recognizing the optimal play is the pass into the middle to give the guy a lot of options, and he picked up on that fairly quickly, got out there and shut down that passing lane. Really nice clear from Nava, though, consistently trying to find some distance from Northwood's midfield attack.
And that is definitely a problem that UT Arlington has been having. They find some good clears. Hockey with another shot on goal, and Hockey is just stacking notches here into his weapon. Another one. They have families to go home to, okay? Northwood, like, how are you going to do them like this?
It's tough. I mean, Hockey got caught there a couple steps too far forward, heading towards the midfield line. I don't think he noticed Hockey till it was too late. Punched it over his shoulder, and try as he might, had to make a second save. Couldn't do it. Now they want the bump on Samba. They will connect, and Buddy is going to drive it into the top right-hand corner. Beautiful coordination here from the Northwood approach off the kickoff. That's lovely.
Everything about the way the Northwood is playing today, and in general, is beautiful. Sure, they have their off days occasionally, but this is definitely not one of them. Like you mentioned at the very beginning of this, we are not seeing anything being held back from Northwood University. They know they're one of the top teams, if not the best team right now. And they're not willing to allow any sort of wiggle room, any sort of breathing space here for a team like UT Arlington. That's why we get situations like this, Chiefs, where Northwood says, yep, another opportunity, let's sink it.
Try as you might. They are a difficult team to shut down. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of consistency to keep a team as dangerous as Northwood out of the net. And UT Arlington have tried pretty mightily here. If we continue our thought process from the previous couple of games, trying their best to kind of limit those Northwood shots on target. Still less than game 1. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to have any game be fewer than 26 shots on target. So everything in general has its price, and it would appear that in game 3, UT Arlington kind of giving up a bit of their own offense, losing a little bit of that boost battle, and giving a few more opportunities back the other way to Northwood. And they just don't quite have the mechanical ability on defense to stop some of Northwood's aggressive challenges as they want to get into a pushing match outside of their own net at the end of game 3.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Hockey didn't stack up a ton more points after the fact, but still, 4 goals out of 5 shots that he managed to take. You gotta feel good putting stats like that up on the board, in Northwood have set themselves up for a sweep now. Game number 4 in this best of 7 is their match point. UT Arlington need to win this one if they want to extend the series out farther. But you know what? Hey, at the end of the day, Northwood is a team that's going to put us back on schedule, right? We're a little bit behind because all the other games, right? They've been going to game 5, game 6, game 7, as we saw in the last one. Northwood's like, you guys are good. Don't worry. We'll make this quick for you.
We were due for a high-quality sweep, and Northwood certainly delivering on that front. Northwood will not be out of it if they don't manage to come back. They will drop down into the lower bracket. So they will face either UNLV or St. Clair, because I don't know off the top of my head which side of the bracket they go to. Not important. Right now, UT Arlington needs to be focusing on those next 5 minutes, and I really do think that Northwood has the ideas from UT Arlington absolutely locked down. So I think UT Arlington kind of back up against the wall here. There's 2 ways. They revert back to what they did in game 1, where they just get press, and they try and hold on and keep it a 1-goal game and maybe score a counterattack somewhere, or they try what they've been trying, and unfortunately, that hasn't worked either. Hockey's going to poke one into the top right corner.
That's the unfortunate side, right? Try what you've been trying. Improvement is the key there, and that is something that we have been seeing now. Again, like you talked about, it's hard to say, it's better when it looks like less numbers that were put on board by Northwood in game number 1, but still that has been the case, right? Game 2, it ended at only, a 3-1. Now in the previous one, UT Arlington is finding a lot of struggles at least getting some of these aggressive plays. And that's what they need to clean up on this one. I think, again, kind of focusing on tightening up these rotations, trying to push forward and solidify some of the clears that they're making would be helpful. But when you've got aggressions like this, where Samba and Nava get demoed out and given hockey free scores, I mean, this is just devastating.
It's like that. Before this replay started, there was a kick off the left ramp just to the left of that orange net that went straight back into the middle of the pitch, and that was genuinely worst case scenario for UT Arlington right there, that one bounce, because they were thinking, cool, we're gonna trap the ball, we'll take it on a dribble, we'll see what we can do with that, and it skipped right back to him. Buddy up a light year before it mattered, and he will beat the defense 3-0. Northwood, it's not even a minute in and they're rolling.
Yeah, this is where they extend things. They're like, sure, we'll give you a sweep, but we're going to make so many goals that these replays are actually going to put you guys farther behind schedules. That is the one downside, right? Northwood recognizing that they can get a little bit more play time on those replays, and man, these are worthy replays. And the unfortunate side is, as we continue to see, UT Arlington just not able now to match the speed that has really been implemented here by Northwood University, and it's very easy to see that while there is improvement coming out of this UTA team, there is also consistently some improvement in recognition how to beat UTA by Northwood.
Yes, that's exactly why Northwood incredibly so... Oh my gosh, I thought they were going to score that. It broke my sentence structure because I needed to see if that was going to go in the net. But that is why Northwood became the team to beat as fast as they did. They make adaptations in fast. They make the defenses they play against honestly look like amateurs. That could be because, some of them are pros, but that's not the point. They really do put pretty much any team they play against through the ringer. And yes, I think they're well aware of the fault in their approach in that it is overly aggressive. And if you've got the defensive ability to stand against that offensive pressure from Northwood, you can absolutely take them for a ride back the other way and put them in some bad spots. Unfortunately, here for UT Arlington, the defense not quite up to snuff to fend off all the different weapons that they've got.
I mean, it's just abusive play style coming right now out of Northwood University. A nice little disruption there on to Buddy is going to ensure we're not going to see the 4th goal coming through here at about 2:45, but still more than half regulation time is available. Samba doesn't find that second touch he's looking for. Adverse sends it over to the corner, and right as we see kind of a shining moment, a flash of brilliance come here out of UT Arlington, it is stripped from beneath them by Northwood University and sent back over to the orange side of the field.
Ooh, and they almost got him. Hockey and Buddy actually collide. This is a chance here for UT Arlington. You just got to get it into the middle, but there's that physicality. They demoed the guy that Samba needed to be able to pass the ball to, and that buys all the time in the world for Northwood to get steady again on defense. And demos are not just an offensive thing. They really blunt the spear of the offense you're playing against as well. It's a tough thing to fight against no matter which side of the ball you're on.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the blue side in this matchup, that's for sure. I know people in chat, of course, probably feeling rough if you put a bunch of points down on UT Arlington. They still have potential, though, to tie this one up. 3 goals is not insane. That one's going to be high off the crossbar. Nava, can they get the follow-through? Saba was trying to find the position to come up on that play, but it's just not going to work out. And once again, it's the speed that goes in favor of this Northwood University team.
That was it. You know, you had your window of opportunity. There was a moment where you could score on them, and if you don't execute, you will not beat them. You have to be perfect. Northwood does not give you many, but when they do, you have to score. And the other side of that coin is on defense. You cannot give them anything for free. They do not make mistakes. As a good dish back to Lion Blaze, smashed off the crossbar, and UT Arlington now trying to fight off some real flashy approaches from Northwood.
And that means that you've got the best opportunity here to find some sort of opening, right? Some sort of advantage. You can take some sort of chink in the armor, but it's still shot after shot that ends up coming through out of Northwood University, and all they need in response is a big clear, and we can see it right there. Aerial plays being followed up that turn into passing plays. Nava looking to bump this one right over. Oh my gosh, it comes through. It's a play off of Nava, and with 30 seconds to go, it's only 2 down for UTA.
There's the classic crack in the armor. They allowed a 3-on-1, and Lion Blaze, he picked his line. He said, you know what? I think the first man is going to come through, make contact with the ball. I'm going to make that save and deal with whatever happens first. Joke's on him. Nobody touched it, and it just went straight into the bottom corner.
Hey, that's got to be a little bit of an ego boost, right? You take what you can get in a situation like this if you are UT Arlington. And continuing to look at those openings, they have an opportunity right here. It's going to be a nice bump over, but it's Hockey that misses that one out. Lion Blaze, of course, is going to have the speed and the disruption to send Nava out of whack. Not only that, but carry it on over and look for another shooting opportunity here. This feels like the end. This spells the end, and it definitely is as soon as the ball touches the ground here. Our first sweep of the day going over to our #1 seed in Northwood University.
Well played, Northwood. I don't believe anybody here can contest whether or not you should have won this series. Came out here full bore, start to finish, didn't allow anything if they could help it. UT Arlington, try as you might. You mess with the bull, you got the horns today. This was nothing short of an absolute demolition for Northwood. What a performance there in the upper semis. They will wait comfortably in the upper bracket finals for the winner of Columbia and Stockton. UT Arlington dropped down to the lower bracket in UNLV Jolly.
Yeah, absolute demolition. That's a fitting word considering how many demos we saw in favor of Northwood University. We saw the attempt at Arlington trying to splash back with some of those demos for themselves. They just couldn't maintain that speed, and Northwood continues on. UT Arlington, hey, they're still in it. They're in the lower bracket, so if you're a fan of that team, don't worry, you'll see more of them in the future. We are going to take one quick break, though, of course, check in with the desk and FDOT. Maybe have an interview for you lined up before heading into the next series of the day.